In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to add Lightbox data onto a Mapbox map control. First step, we need to create a file to hold our code. We'll call that helloworld.html. I am then going to search for some sample code from Mapbox. They have a nice Hello World example. You can see the map will be displayed. We are going to then copy this code and we're going to put it inside our new file. I'm going to save that. Notice though, I need a couple things. I need my Mapbox access token. You can register at Mapbox to get this token, but I also am going to need my Lightbox access token, which you can register through the developer portal at Lightbox. And I'm going to go ahead and add that code right here. And I'm going to take this token and I'm going to add that right here. I'm going to save my, don't want to have quotes around it. I'm going to go ahead and save my file, and then we're going to open that up and take a look. Right now, as you can see, I'm opening up the map. It's the same as the Hello World. We're going to change a few things. I want to change the center point, and you can do that right here as the map is being initialized. I'm going to also change from the street view to the satellite view. I like to see the satellite view, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We're going to go to zoom level 16. I'm going to save that. We'll view this map again. And you'll notice that we are now in a different location. We are zoomed in to zoom level 16 and we're seeing an aerial view. But we're still not seeing Lightbox data. So now let's go ahead and add the Lightbox data to the map. I do need a couple things here. I am going to need a Lightbox base URL. So let's go ahead and put that there. I'm going to also need a onload event, and we are going to put some items inside the map. So essentially, when this map is created and the map is loaded, this will get called, and then we're going to add ourselves a tile source and then a layer to the map. So to add the tile source, you'll use the Mapbox code that looks like this. Every time a new tile is requested from this tile source, it's going to call this to get the URL. And we're going to add the URL right here. Notice I'm using the base URL, which is here. I'm using version 1. I want parcel data. The country code I would like to be US. And I'm going to request a tile. The Z, X, and Y will be added by Mapbox and replaced by the actual tile that it's requesting. Once that is done, I need to actually add the tile layer. I'm going to add the tile layer. Oh, I see. Proper indentation is always good. So we're going to now add that layer to the map. And notice that I have my add source up here is Lightbox parcel. My source is Lightbox parcel. I have an ID here so I can get back to it. Notice there's one thing that's missing in this, and that happens to be my Lightbox access token. Mapbox gives us a really nice overloaded method called transform request to help with that. It allows me to actually add my header, which is right here. So essentially what it's saying is resource type source. In this case, I don't care what resource type, but what I do care is that any call that is being made to Lightbox, I'd like to add this header. So base URL, let's make sure we move this up here so that we know that it exists. Okay, here we go. We'll indent it. And I'm going to add the Lightbox API key, my Lightbox token. So as the map pans or it requests a tile, it's going to look at the layer that's been added to the map called parcel. It's going to then replace it's going to send out this URL by replacing the Z, X, and Y value but at the same time, it's going to go and apply our X API header. Now, I'm going to add a couple other layers here because this is where it gets fun. I've added the parcel tile. I'm going to add 2 more. I'm going to call this one structure, and I'm going to call this one address. I'm going to change this to structures. Change this to addresses. And then notice I need to add both of those layers to the map. And in this case, I have Lightbox structure and I have Lightbox address. We are going to change this to address, change this to structure, now, if all goes well, we should see our map. Let's go ahead and give it a go. So back to the base map as we see the parcel boundaries being added, we see the building structures being added, and the points are actual address points. As I pan around, again, we're still making calls to these tiles. Mapbox is replacing that X, Y, and Z value. We are adding the header by using the transform request, and then we add the layers to the map. And it looks pretty good. Thank you.